Seinfuck.
How are you guys doing this week?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling fit, strong.
He got out of the shower and finished working out, and not in that order.
You're doing shower push-ups, you know, like where you're up against the wall and you like want to feel like you're exerting yourself, but you can't do push-ups in the shower and you can't squat on your fingers, so you do like wall push-ups instead.
I've definitely done that, and I'll do the clap. I'll clap about.
Yeah, it really makes the other guys at the gym uncomfortable.
Well, you know, gym showers, I like using mine, to be honest with you. I really like them. I also like the opportunity to show people that I'm very comfortable showing them my cock.
That's fair.
Very comfortable walking around ass naked in a gym locker room. The broccoli-headed Zoomers have mastered the towel change, Robert. Does that bother you?
That is kind of impressive, honestly. I mean, you know, you became one of those old men who show their balls like 30, 40 years early. It's kind of great.
They ain't much to look at, pal. But, you know, we have to represent our entire generation in there. We're north of 30, right, Robert?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We got to show out, ladies and gentlemen. How do we show out? By showing up at the gym buck-ass naked.
No, I thought it was about showing dong, hanging dong, and telling the youth to respect your elders.
We're just doing the weird like side shimmy where the cock just slaps on the thighs.
That would be sick. That would be really sick. I love this song. You're like,
I love this song. Yeah, oh my god, I love this song.
Yeah,
slap. Sasha, put in some cock slapping. Slap.
Yeah, stop. Oh man. No, I know for a while I used to be very uncomfortable, like kind of changing in the gym and all that. And then I went to a Japanese onsen and like I had to get buck-ass naked in front of not only some of my friends, but also just old Japanese men. And like by the second or third time I did it, I was like, I'm good to go. Like it gave me newfound confidence to like go out in the world. And so now like I go to the pool, I'm changing. I don't give a shit.
I do have to decide whether I'm going like in an onsen in when I'm in Japan.
You should just do it. It's part of the experience. You don't have.
You're not going to go to an onsen?
I will, but I'm like, I'll be by myself and I don't want people to get scared.
You won't be by yourself. You're in an onsen. That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. It's community. It's a community building.
You should ask an old man to wash your back.
He'll
do that.
Tap in, bro. Tap in.
Yeah, you just pat and you do the scrubbing like motion and you go.
I first have to start with him and then I just have to expect to give him to be a generous lover.
You have a stool in one hand and a bucket and a sponge in the other, and you go, "Oi, yaruka," and they'll be like, "Eh?" And you'll be like, "Yaruka." they'll like stammer out an apology.
Isn't that very stereotypical like noise of empty bamboo hitting like a stone in a pond somewhere?
The Nietzsche Joe punchline is what you've just constructed. Yeah,
exactly.
And then you come out and you got to wash back and you met some new friends.
Yeah, I do like that about Japan. I feel like we could be a lot closer as a country if we washed each other's backs.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like also the Eastern Bloc countries do this. Like it's not just Japan. It's like Vietnam does this, Thailand does this, like a lot of South Asia.
Until we come out of the fucking baths in just fucking like arm and over shoulder singing Billy Joel Piano Man, we're divided as a country.
For all the talk about how men and particularly in the States think about the Roman Empire. They're awfully homophobic and won't go into the baths with their boys. Like, am I like wrong about that? It's like if you are thinking about like Julius Caesar, you might as well get used to sauna culture.
Yeah, I just think about the one guy who killed Osama bin Laden tweeting about how this one like group of left-wing organizers would have been his bath boys.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He didn't say bath boys. He said concubine.
Yes, concubines. Yes. I remember something about like you would have been attending the baths or something, attending to me at the baths. Maybe that might have been a different, similarly crazy thing.
It's all fun and games when you're drawing women and calling them guys, okay? But when they're real guys and you're just like, you're a twink and you will service me. That's when you've crossed from like internet cool guy to real life psychopath.
Yes.
And we need to lay that out here.
Yeah.
There's a difference between your goon material and the real world.
Reality, yes. Porn, that, you know what, that'll fix the manosphere in you know, English and English speaking society. Just try to really bring home that porn and real life are different.
That's a good idea. I think we should actually drive that home starting now.
Yeah, please.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
octopuses cannot have sex with you and give their consent. And they certainly can't grow to such epic proportions to do so.
And whomever drew that one porno called My Teacher the Octopus, but sexual, you're wrong. That was so fucked, man.
Talking
Why'd
about
you do
assassination
that?
class? That sounds like assassination classroom.
Well, there was that very famous documentary called My Teacher the Octopus, but then someone made a porn parody of it, and I hated them forever.
Yeah, and when I eat octopus in Europe, I go, my octopus dinner, not my octopus teacher. Delicious. The octopus is great, and from the Mediterranean Sea, unreal. It's so
You're
good.
overrating octopus. It's chewy.
It's
and bad.
okay.
It's a little chewy.
Rubbery.
It's a little rubbery, but I think it's because I'm drunk on Italian red wine and I'm eating octopus and I'm right by the Adriatic Sea. Like that's what's going on.
What is an aspect of pornography that you would like to be brought home, Malcolm, that is not true to life, so to speak?
I'd like it if when when my stepsister is, stuck in the washing machine, I don't actually have to get her out and I could just fuck her. Like why do I have to help her? Like that's
No, that is absolutely the opposite of what we were saying.
You were watching some strange pornography where they're actually helping them out of the washing machine.
okay. So
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for getting me out of the washing machine, step bro. We should fuck.
Yeah, that was really sweet of you. We should do lunch again sometime.
They're stuck, and the only way to get out is by fucking them, and then they get loose because of like the friction, and then it's like, oh, see, if I didn't fuck you, I'm just gonna tug on you and not fuck you?
You ever wonder if that's like destroyed a family?
Absolutely.
The step family porn. It's just like
No.
they consensually thought it was a good idea, and their parents found out, and they were just like, well, we can't condone this or allow it to go on.
Wait, just them fucking or them just fucking after getting stuck in a washing machine?
Luckily, I've never had any hot step siblings, so.
Oh, yeah.
Just
No,
fucking
me neither,
ignore
but I
my
mean, like,
fucking question.
What was your question?
I said the question. I'm saying, is it that the family was ruined because the step kids were fucking, or because they fucked because they got stuck in the washing machine?
It's not incest if a stepbrother and a stepsister are fucking. That's just two people. It's like your dogs, all right? If you have two different dogs and they're not the same breed, they're not from the same, and they fuck. You can't be like, oh, gross, they're fucking their brother and sister. I'm like, no, they're
that's
two dogs.
What I'm asking you, whether you think it's specifically that, or because they're fucking
Robert.
because
Just
of
one
they're
second.
stuck in the washing machine.
Just 1 second. Malcolm, it sounds like you're carrying an awful lot of water for something that is basically incest. They're in the same family.
That's not the same family. That's just it's just because the mother and the father.
You spent
The onsen changed you. It made you a worse person in America.
I'm saying this is a controversial, opinion, and it shouldn't be. Like I'm saying, it's not. It's just they're just two people.
There's another thing that gooning has ruined, by the way. Ugly people. If you see an old ugly guy, there's a 3% chance there's a person out there being like, "Oh no, I can't let my girlfriend near that guy. He'll NTR me."
fucker. Yeah, no, I mean there is a genuine like that. I think that has come out into real life in regards to porn, where ugly guys are fetishized, being that not only just is it in just like in terms of like a bull scenario, but even for women who are just like, oh, the shame of fucking that guy would be terrible. What if my friends found out, kind of deal.
Poor humanity, where we are forced to shame ourselves for a little bit of excitement.
For fucking this ugly bastard with a giant dick.
Just the biggest dick. Oh no.
Do you get that a lot, Robert?
No, I don't.
No. Yeah.
Your dick is really big, but man.
Oh no, the slightly above average looking guy with the slightly above average looking
pal.
dick.
Okay, pal. Slightly above average looking. Way to toot your own horn off the bat.
Listen.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, listen.
Immediately.
Yeah. Oh, I'm slightly above average. I look like Kieran Culkin, Oscar award-winning actor, Emmy award-winning actor.
Kieran, you never say it right.
I know because I need to have you admit, and you had to correct me.
you on it.
Correct me. Yeah, exactly.
Correct me, Daddy.
Ugh.
That's pretty good.
All right.
You know, you're gonna find a woman that likes having her grammar corrected, and that's gonna be it for you, Robert.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be a kept man after that.
Kept man.
Yeah, she'll peg you and let you correct her and everything that you like.
Yeah, speaking of being kept men, my girlfriend sent me this Reddit post that I thought would be fun to like talk about on this, and it kind of relates to sort of what we were talking about before, especially with the concubine stuff.
Oh, okay.
So this one goes, my husband has informed me he intends to go on a gaycation with his brother-in-law in Ibiza. How do I handle this?
What do you mean a gaycation?
Well, I'm going to goes, hi there. I really wish I didn't have to make this post, but here it goes. So me and my husband have been happily married for about 16 years, give or take. We both have stable careers, good family life. We have 2 boys, and up until Sunday, thought we had it pretty good. We argue sometimes, of course, but have never been too bad, and we have a pretty decent sex life. Long story short is, on Sunday after I dropped our boys off at their friends, my husband asked me if he had a house alone, and more importantly, do I have a minute? I said, yes. He sat me down, then got to this printed poster for some sort of orgy and started explaining to me the concept of a gaycation. It's where straight men go somewhere with sun, sand, and booze and become gay for the duration of the trip. But that's fine because it doesn't actually count, because what happens on gaycation stays on gaycation. I was just completely silent and mortified. Even more so when he said he was looking into booking a trip to Ibiza next year with his brother-in-law, his sister's husband, to experience it himself. When he finally let me speak...
Who experienced it? This guy is just like looping his brother in?
Yeah, his sister's husband.
No, wait a second, dude. You don't understand. Hear me out.
He goes, when he finally let me speak, I just said, I need him to be clear with me. Is he gay? Because if yes, that's okay. But we need to figure out what happens going forward. I didn't, let myself get angry or upset. He swore up and down he's not gay and he's 100% attracted to women. And of course, still loves me and our family. And again, he was adamant he doesn't find men's bodies or genitalia exciting at all, but he needs to experience this, apparently. I said, well, I'm not comfortable because even if he was bi, this would be explicitly cheating on me. And he got angry and reiterated he's not, because that's the beauty of the gaycation. I ignored him for the day.
Is this Dennis from It's Always Sunny that this woman is married to or something?
Implication.
That's the beauty of it. It's not gay. And it's not doesn't make me gay because what happens on gaycation stays on gaycation. I don't give a shit on understanding about this.
Yeah, he goes, we spoke later and I asked him again, why does he want to do this so bad if he's not gay? He said how he's interested in how gay men's lives differ to straight men's, and that's unfortunately, once the gaycation begins, it's simply impossible for a man to resist, and he must surrender himself, mind, body, and soul to the gaycation or be destroyed.
Oh, fuck. Or be destroyed. That wasn't part of it.
Yeah.
You made that up.
I really can't put into words how surreal it was, because he was speaking so matter-of-factly, and he again insists this is a thing that straight men do all the time, and now he's actually doing it a bit late. I just said to him if he has any love for me, that he can't go ahead with this, and if he does, the marriage will be dead. What do I do?
You divorce him. You married a homosexual, ma'am.
Not even just like you married a homosexual. Even if the guy's bi, even if he's like fully straight and just wants to experience it, yeah, he's cheating on you. He's planning. I guess it's okay that he's talking to you about this, but he's probably also fucked your brother or his brother.
He wants a way out, ma'am. And
yeah.
Frankly, you're
Look
the
for the
beast.
door.
Yeah, generously he's bi. But I think the phrase, you have to surrender yourself to gaycation or else it will destroy the mind, body, and soul, is what I think
This
really
is literally
makes him...
It's Always Sunny subplot.
Yeah,
it sounds like a Gay Mac Always Sunny subplot where Gay Mac goes over to Dennis and he's just like, you've never had a gaycation before? And it's like,
Dennis gets really obsessed with it.
yeah, because he's just like, oh, of course I have. I mean, who hasn't had a gay? He's like, no, you haven't. You haven't had a gay.
you haven't.
And then he goes to Charlie, and like they've told Charlie that it's something completely different.
Yeah, even Frank's had a gaycation. He's like, yeah, I did that in the 70s. Like that's, we did it all the time. It was Woodstock. We did all the drugs. There was dicks and
then Dee starts
tits
talking
all
about her
over.
gaycation. Dee's talking about her gaycation. Everyone tells her to shut the fuck up.
That's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
It's like something actually hot. And they're just like, Dee, that is so disgusting and weird. And you're just kind of like gay, aren't you? After doing all that?
No, you do not get a gaycation. Women don't get to go on gaycations, D.
I do like the idea that like maybe Dennis goes on the gaycation and then Mac is trying to go there, like try to intrude on the gaycation to prove it's not actually a gaycation. Like it's not a legit gaycation that he's on.
Or Mac joins because he's like, this is finally the opportunity I can have sex with Dennis, but because he's a gay man, they all sniff out that he's actually gay.
He's an actual gay man as opposed to a straight man on a gay.
Like, there's a gay man in their midst, and it has to be. This is for straight men.
I will say it does
really
sound
good.
like this woman's husband is addicted to attention. I guess it might be a bit of a stretch, but I feel like this guy got a whiff of like being in a gay bar and like getting the attention that you get from gay guys and being like and feeling actually loved and valued, and so he wants to extend that to a famous
Long story
person.
short, ma'am, once again, your husband is he let him go.
Just let him go.
Let
I
him
think
go.
it's
That's-
and you know what? Also,
It's over.
her sister's husband, because he's roping the
You
brother.
need to tell your
Tell
Yeah, tell your
yes.
sister.
You and your sister can become like do like a Stella Goddard group back vacation, like
It
you know.
definitely, now that you put it that way, Malcolm, it does sound like those two are fucking behind their
It does.
sister's back.
Yeah, why would
It
you be like, I
absolutely
got it?
does.
Like, yeah, like I can't imagine being like, okay, I gotta get my brother-in-law involved in this. Like,
Yeah,
To get my brother-in-law involved in my gaycation, you
Your
fucker.
brother-in-law
Guys,
hits you up,
yeah,
Malcolm.
it's
It's
just-
just like, Malcolm,
it
once in a lifetime
Yeah.
thing going on here in Vegas. I need you to just follow me for a minute.
it's an all expenses paid trip to Ibiza, except we all have to fuck, and it's the gaycation.
Yeah.
Well, I really love a beast, man. But
Also, who prints out a fucking poster for an orgy?
Yeah. Just that poster. He's just like, I have something to tell you. And he just takes out like a crumpled poster it's a little thick because there's jizz on it. And then he's just,
It's fully stained.
it's
That's
this
awful.
one I was just like, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe a woman had to
she sends you the
experience
message.
I'm
that
not
and
sure.
find out her husband's been going to gaycations. Like, oh, hey, I gotta go work. And you're like, okay, where are you going to work? I got sent to a business trip to Ibiza. Oh, it's just me and the boys.
Yeah, dude, that's the whole thing too. He could have just lied.
He could have just lied. Exactly.
Why didn't he just lie? What an idiot.
Yeah.
He could have lived with his lie, go back to loving his wife and his kids, and either shut the fuck up about it, realize he's actually
Dude,
straight.
you could have had what most guys scheme for. You could have had a double life, you absolute dumbass out here being like, babe, can I be 100% honest with you? That makes you gayer than wanting to do the gaycation, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like
Being
that
honest?
his other thing was
No, wait a second. Hold on. Being honest doesn't make you gay.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Wanting to fuck men makes you gay.
Not true, Robert. Not true. And I'll explain.
Yeah, it's be partial. It's a spectrum.
Spectrum.
But I think what it is he goes like one of the issues he's saying is like, it's just this is what straight guys do, and I'm starting this a bit late in life. Like he's been like wanting this for a
Who's
long
talking
time.
his ear off? His brother-in-law. But yes.
See, that's the thing. I want to know, is the brother-in-law the one who's talking him into this, or is it him talking the brother-in-law in? Because it's implied that the brother, like he's roping the brother-in-law in, but what if the brother-in-law has been there the whole time? Like, what
I
if
thought the brother-in-law like had went and was
Yeah,
trying
I
to
thought the
convince you.
brother-in-law was the inciting incident. If we're talking in like a screenplay language,
But yeah, no, it's just I like the idea of it's for sons, sand and booze, and become gay for just like the 5 days.
5 days.
It's at least a week. I don't know.
God damn, men are not okay.
I don't know. Have you ever had that thought where no,
I've never been on a gaycation. Harper, have you been on a gaycation?
Yeah, of course I have. Malcolm, haven't you?
yeah, I mean I did it too, but
Damn it, I'm so late to this. I need to get started.
Well, you better tell your wife right away. First things
fuck.
first.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're all
Shit,
going.
hold on.
Yeah,
She loves Reddit so much. I'm afraid of what she'll say.
yeah, we're
Well,
all
don't
going to
worry about
Fire
it.
Island. All right, it's gonna be a great time.
We'll go to fire. We'll go to Jamaica. Yeah.
Well, also, like, Rastafarians, they really are anti-homosexuality, like very
Is that true?
strongly against
Yeah.
gay sex, yes.
They call him Mama Man.
They call him Mama Men.
That's true. That's literally true.
This has been fact checked by true American patriots.
Yeah, true American patriot. But yeah, I'm gonna just conclude this little segment by saying, dump him.
Tell your sister
that you're both married gay men, and move on.
Yeah, let them get married, you fucking beards. Standing in the way of those men's happiness.
It's 2025.
I don't want to do bi erasure. Like, that's definitely like on the table here. But I think the way he's describing it just really feels like there's more to it than just that. Like if it was confessing, like, oh, I've had relations with men before you, but like I haven't done anything since. I'm going, all right, that's fine. That's cool.
That's fair. But also, like, if this doesn't sound like his only fling in the world, it just seems like it's the first time he's talking to you about it.
I just think it's the presenting a poster and then being like, I'm going with my brother-in-law, I'm going with Steve, and we're gonna drink, we're gonna do drugs, we're having gay sex, and we'll be back, and we're going back to love
everything
you.
Will be fine and normal.
You're the only
afterwards.
woman I actually love. I can never love another woman.
He's got kids with her.
That's the worst
part.
2 sons, apparently. That's got to be rough.
Both teenagers.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really late into the gaycation. How old did you say they were?
In their 40s.
He could just be like a sugar daddy. He should divorce your wife, go off to Ibiza or anywhere else and just be a fucking sugar daddy and fuck twinks. Have fun.
Imagine being a teenager and then discovering your dad is going on gaycations to Ibiza.
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care?
I'd be like, yeah, my dad's a homo for sure, but like, I'm not going to tell anybody about that,
I feel like I would feel weird about it, honestly. I mean, I just like, because my dad is just such a he's got so much bravado, and he's other things. Like, if just, I don't know, it would feel weird to me to have that thing. It's not true. I don't think it is, but it just.
I mean, your dad does a lot of surfing trips, so. Also,
yeah, late in the game.
So yeah, no, I feel like for me it would be like, I'd be like, well, how did I learn to do my gaycations? It was my dad told me about them. It's a rite of passage. We were not at the same gaycation. I want to make that perfectly clear because.
Yes, of course.
That would be very messy. Very messy.
Yeah,
Robert does like to take vacations with his dad, and that would be very messy.
Oof.
Gaycation with daddy.
They were mere vaginas away from having sex with each other, if you think about it.
Yeah. Stone's throw away, really.
Really close. Really close.
Several stones of there.
Let me explain why not lying to your wife is gayer than the gaycation.
Yes, please. I wanted you to do it, then Malcolm running all over that.
As we all, well, it's totally fair. He brought it up, and his wife, I'm sorry, not his wife, his girlfriend, who refuses to address him by his proper title, we'll get to that later.
Yes, please.
Sent him that to read on the podcast. We appreciate you listening.
Pharaoh Watch 2025.
Queen. I don't know your name, and we're not going to say it anyway, even if I did know it. We appreciate you listening. Hi, thank you. It's gay because your masculinity is inherently tied to how dishonest you are, and everyone knows that. This is a true thing, by the way. The better you are at lying, the more of a man you are. The more you lie to yourself and others, the more masculine you will be perceived. This is literally true and a fact.
That's not a fact.
How?
It's not literally true.
Okay, name an example where a man lies and therefore that makes him manly.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wait, what do you mean? How did what did he lie about?
Arnold Schwarzenegger will swear up and down that he is a fitness guru. That man is on gas. So much gas that it could kill an elephant. And you're going to sit here and tell me that he's natty? Please get the fuck off.
He's not natty, but that's not what makes him manly.
I disagree.
I mean,
have you seen that guy?
I mean, he's manly because he had the balls to be pregnant on screen in the movie Junior. All right, that's a man. That's a real man. A real man has Danny DeVito's.
And you know what that was, Malcolm? A lie. I'm starting to get closer.
He was lying, or as they call it, acting.
Fuck! Damn it! I thought that was a documentary.
No, Liar is a documentary. That is a true to form documentary.
Of course.
He
was telling the truth. As soon as he started telling the truth, he was so beta.
And everyone perceived him as a huge bitch and a problem. That's right.
Oh, God damn it.
Of course. My other favorite is that in the comments to this post, a lot of people assume that the orgy is a cult, just by the way that he says that it will destroy him.
The fervently, like he's trying to convince his wife. It does kind of sound like a cult. Yeah. It sounds cultish.
That's a really weird cult you picked out there, fella.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cults to join.
Yeah,
some doomsday cults.
And then there's clearly some gay men who've gone in the comments and be like, this, I don't think this is a cult. I think he just wanted to go to an orgy. That's all. To be like, no, we're gonna get therapy because my husband, the cult has turned him gay. The abusive sex orgy cult has made him gay.
It has turned my husband gay. Also, I'm really mad at you guys for not doing anything with doomsday cult. I'm just so upset at you guys. I could have just had a groan. A groan would have been nice.
Doomsday cult? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm sorry.
What do you mean? What were you expecting us to do? I don't.
Groan at it. Give me some reaction. I made a dumb pun. Fuck you.
Oh, it was a pun.
Wait, so hold on. Explain the pun to me because I actually don't.
No, I fucking fuck
you.
No,
you have to
I want to know what the pun was.
You guys are being assholes.
We're not being an asshole. I genuinely didn't understand the jokes you told.
This. And now you're being a dick for not explaining it to us.
No.
He's being a very manly guy right now.
Yeah. What a man. This is a man who bottles it in, keeps it in. He's silent.
Exactly. That is a man right there.
How can I groan at a thing I didn't hear?
Hope you don't got any exposed drywall there, Malcolm. It's about to get his fucking fist ran through it.
Just full 14-year-old testosterone energy.
The only time I tried to do that, I hit a stud and almost broke my fucking hand.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, you're just the stud finder. Your fist.
I didn't.
Your fists only find studs.
I'm punching myself. And then I didn't think that I was strong enough to break the wall, so I hit it with my head and severely hurt myself. Oof. But, explanations for how I am aside.
I did see a kind of a strange thing, and I kind of wanted to get... I talked to Malcolm about it, but I wanted to get your take on it, Harper.
Sure, yeah.
There's a new health trend hitting the TikTok airwaves. Any guess what it is?
Oh, well, I know what it is, so I'm not going to say anything.
I
just need to make sure people know that I'm still here and I'm listening.
I mentioned you in that sentence, so yes, I know you're here.
Say the plan. How
about you get off your phone, motherfucker?
I'm not on my phone. I'm here, all right?
As he looks down at his phone. So Harper, what is this new up and coming food trend that everyone's all aghast about that clears their skin and fixes their gut biology and everything?
I don't know. They probably eat banana peels and rub them on their faces and shit.
Well, that was one months back, but yeah.
I don't know, dude. I hate the youth.
I hate the youth. It's called water-based cooking.
Ooh.
Water-based cooking.
They cook everything in water and
called soup.
It's called soup. Yes.
Oh, they're making soup.
They're making just straight up soup.
So they're making liquid diets.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not liquid diets. They're just making soups and stews, and that's what they're qualifying as a health hack.
I see. Because it's easier to shit and piss out? Is that the whole thing?
I mean, Malcolm and I were discussing that. I think it's probably because they're not drinking water.
Yeah,
so
no,
that's
a good guess.
That's
a really good guess.
They're finally hydrated for the first time in their lives.
Dude, Malcolm, I gotta say, recently in these last 4 months, I am extremely hydrated. I drink 2 gallons of water a day. And I know that sounds like too much. And it maybe is.
You're not a small guy, so that's not outside the realm of possibility.
It's also really dry outside.
You live in Arizona. I drink 3 times more water in Arizona than I do anywhere else in the world. It's ridiculous.
Costs so much money to do this. Do you know how much a gallon of water costs here?
No.
So at the grocery store, you can get them 3 for $5, I'd say, for gallons of water.
So 3.
Break it down.
3 gallons.
They have water stores and things, don't they?
No. This is not California.
You know what? Based on the amount of water you're drinking, it might be proactive for you to go get a Costco membership and buy your water from Costco.
Fuck, I really don't want to have to shell out for a fucking Costco membership just to get water. That's so fucked.
Well, you'll get a lot of deals. Cheap. It's a great store, and I love Costco.
I'm sure it's a great store. I have bad associations with Costco because I was always there with my dad.
Oh.
And
you could go Sam's Club instead. You might have a better...
there's an idea. I associate Sam's Club with like a box of crackers.
Aren't they like a co-op and everything as well? So you can
do you have like a Brita filter? Like, because you could do that with your like tap water.
Broke it. Absolutely broke it.
You might need to get a new one. It might be cheaper to get a new one.
Your birthday's coming up, Harper. You might be one getting a brand new shiny little Brita filter.
Birthday Brita, the birthday Brita boy.
The birthday Brita boy.
Well, the only problem I have is that I'm at work 3 days a week. And I steal tons of water from them.
Good.
That's good. That's the kind of corporate warfare that I respect from the working man.
Yeah, you should be shitting for an hour and a half every day and drinking so much water that you piss the rest of the workday.
I bring this with me to work every day, and I fill it up to the brim with water 3 times. And this is like a 67 fluid ounce container.
Jesus Christ.
My coworkers have commented saying that I should be floating by now. They hate how it sounds too. They really don't like it because it sounds like someone's ripping a bong in the office whenever I'm pouring myself a glass of water.
I love that actually. Yeah, because the air escapes as you're drinking it.
Yeah.
They're just like, damn it, that could be me.
It was funny that one of my coworkers came by while I was pouring and he was just like, oh man, that was your water bottle this whole time? I thought someone was getting away with ripping a bong in the office. I was like, my man, how could they? We live in an enclosed space.
No, let him live in that more magical world.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Let him have that.
Yeah, you're just like, oh man, like, listen, no one cares here. Like, watch me and just
just like pull out like a 6-foot bong from nowhere, like hammer space.
So just like a bong sound, but like also like a Xerox machine, photocopier in the background.
God damn it.
This office is working great, guys. Our productivity is way down, but don't worry about it. We're all having a good time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Employee satisfaction is way up.
Yeah. It's a happy office. All right. People are satisfied.
Mm.
You know, in Vietnam, they call THC pizza happy pizza. Like you can order an edible that's on a pizza.
An edible pizza. That doesn't seem like it would be good.
I mean, I would not like to be high on anything in Vietnam. That sounds awful. I would like.
It sounds scary. Unless I was living in Vietnam, and
if I was really good at speaking Vietnamese, I would be less afraid. But
I think their language sounds very alien to me. You know, because it's just so far removed from English.
It's like the Asian equivalent of German. Like no matter what they say, it's a little scary.
I would be scared to like get super high in Vietnam and then like have to confront the ghost of Anthony Bourdain. Like that's would be like seeing him.
Oh no!
Like tripping and you see him in like downtown Vietnam,
just eating some entirely terrifyingly strange food.
Exactly.
What if he gave you life advice?
He invites you to join him on like a fucking like graffitied ass bench seat.
He's holding a tarantula. He's like, Malcolm, I want you to take a bite.
Yeah. Like I'm just in Hanoi and I'm just like, okay, Anthony, Mr. Bourdain. Yeah, absolutely. I'll take a bite of this. This is.
You said I looked a lot like Jeffrey Epstein on your podcast.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Anthony. Mr. Bourdain, sir, Top Chef, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, chef. I will eat it.
The ghost of Henry Kissinger is like wrapped in fucking barbed wire nearby, screaming.
Well, I'd just kick that ghost. I'd be like, aha!
Well, yeah, no, that's the point.
Kick him.
That is the service that Anthony Bourdain is doing for us in the afterlife, being the eternal torturer of Henry Kissinger.
That would be nice. Maybe he's feeding him terrible things.
That would be nice. That's a nice thought. That would be actually then the trip would be worth it. I'd be like, I learned a truth about the universe.
I found out that universal truth. Yeah,
that's true. No, that's a great thought, Robert and Malcolm. That is a good thought.
I'll put it down in a short story.
However, what if you were in Vietnam high on happy pizza and you met like Ted Turner instead? Like the ghost of Ted Turner.
Jesus.
I'd been like, why don't I have a show on True TV? What's going on? Why are you giving...
You don't got the magic, pal. You just don't got any magic.
Listen, what does the Impractical Jokers have that I don't have?
They're funny.
No, that's funny. Not true, Ted.
No, I like Ted, I like Marv. He's just got a funny name, doesn't he?
All right, Marv. You know what, Ted? I'm not. You know what? Your Braves aren't winning another World Series anytime soon.
Fuck you, McLeod. I'll sentence you to improv for life.
Improv for life.
Oh no! It's already the thing I do. Oh fuck!
It's pretty much how that happens on his network too. So
Yeah,
I guess he
that's
would be
true.
the one to deal it out, wouldn't he?
Yeah, what is Who's Line on his network?
It used to be.
Yeah, I used to probably no.
I think it's
yeah,
on ABC
CW.
Mm.
I don't know. That's not such a
Stuck-
bad fate.
No, that's not bad. You just
No, I think a worse fate is having to do guy with Sean Evans. Like, oh shit, I have to eat all these like spicy wings all the time.
that's rough.
Yeah, it's kind of if you don't like spicy food.
You will
really
never shit well comfortably again. Curse of raw.
I like spicy food, but I just feel like that's going to be a thing in which I'll never be able to enjoy spicy food again because I'm eating too much of it, and it's
Yeah,
too
I
much of
think
a volume. Like I can't just go and like coast. It's like every time I sit down for an interview, I got to ride the roller coaster.
I think what would be worse is if you were doing a hot ones thing, but instead of hot food, you had to eat sour food and
Ugh,
do
I
the
hate
interview
that.
instead. Like, because you have a visceral reaction to the idea of eating sour food. Eating hot food, you're like, oh, I don't want to. That's going to hurt, but I'm going to do it. It's going to taste good. It's going to taste good. But the sour food is just like you have that thing under your tongue constantly. It's just like, all right, we're going to eat this powdered citric acid that's like 1,000,000 negajoules or whatever the fucking
Yeah.
measurement
You just
for how
won't be
sour
able to
something is.
taste anything like ever again.
Also, like, what's the beginning? Like, what's the scale in which you start and then end? Like, I'm assuming at the
I guess
ending.
a warhead, yeah.
You start at a warhead? Dear God.
I thought you were
show's
going to
about
start at like
eating
just
sour
like having
food.
something with like a light like lemony flavor, like, and then you
Alright.
like you go to like a
lemon
vinegar,
head.
and then you go on. I mean, I remember once I got a real bad stomach ache because producer Sasha, we were at this party and he bought those like that pill that like makes like spicy food and like sour food, like you don't feel it.
Okay.
That sounds kind of white.
It is very white, and then I got a stomach ache because I drank too much vinegar because I was like,
I just like
this-
the idea of like you doing that and going to like a cookout and just being like a white guy at a cookout, really trying to impress like people of color by just fucking eating the spiciest thing in the
That's
world.
really good. That is good. It's just like these chitlins is no problem for Malcolm McLeod, not for Pharaoh McNurk. And they're
Not
just
for
like,
Pharaoh McNutt, yeah.
damn, that white boy can eat. You
That
know?
boy was going hard.
yeah. Apparently, it's called Miracle Berry. That's like actually what it's called. So
Okay.
it's
So
yeah.
it doesn't make food taste sour or spicy.
Spicy
That's-
or bitter, yeah, and
Or
it
bitter.
like
Really?
lasts depending on how
I
much
guess
you
that makes
eat.
more sense with the vinegar, yeah.
Yeah, imagine depending on how many miracle berries you eat, it can last from 30 minutes to 2 hours or longer. So
that is the
Vanilla-
silliest product I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, and how do you find that out?
like it's like the supplement you get at a Spencer's. Like that's what it is.
Yeah, that's true. It's like you want to prank it's a funny prank. You
It's a funny
you say
prank.
it's the hottest food in the world and they can't stomach it very well because they're not introduced to it or inclined to it, so they end up in a hospital.
Does that mean that like there are people who
kidney
are
failure.
like doping on hot ones?
That would be really their PEDs for the hot ones, yeah.
I mean,
They just want to have like a normal ass interview.
I think sometimes the ones who like don't, have any reaction at all, I always question. I go, did they do a miracle berry? How much cocaine are they on? Like,
Yeah.
how much spicy food? Like, there's obviously certain celebrities where you go like, okay, culturally, I believe that you really do eat a lot of spicy food, and then there's other ones where I go,
And then John
Philip
Mulaney comes on
DeFranco.
and he just takes it. Okay, we have a user submission.
Hooray!
Hooray! This is a user submission from someone who'd like to be known as Lenny.
hey,
Hi,
Lenny.
Hi, Lenny. Their song recommendation is Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry. Okay. About 70 years late there, guy.
Did someone just watch Back to the Future? Like,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that makes more sense. Okay, here, hold on. Am I an asshole for pretending that a movie trilogy I love is actually a TV series so that I can get my girlfriend to watch them? My girlfriend hates movies for some reason, but loves to binge TV. Is this wrong? The movie series that I faked was a TV show to her was Back to the Future because she
called it.
loves sci-fi shows like Doctor Who and 12 Monkeys, but hadn't seen or even heard of the Back to the Future movies. Does this make my actions better in your eyes? Thanks. Lots of cum from Lenny in Indiana.
Hi, Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
Hi,
I want to
Lenny.
be the first to answer this question because the other two will lead you astray. This was the most masculine thing you could have done. Yes. Very masculine. Very manly.
Did you read this question? Did you prep for this?
No, I did not pre-read. I did not prep for this. Malcolm is my witness. I am not there. Is that correct, Malcolm?
Pharaoh
That is correct. Pharaoh does not lie.
Pharaoh, don't ebb me, pal. Yes, the most masculine thing you could possibly do was edit parts of Back to the Future at certain cliffhangers to include the credits, the post-movie credits, which is no doubt what you've done because that is the most manly thing
That's
to do.
king behavior. That is king
Very
behavior.
much king behavior. Your girlfriend must appear the dopey-eyed sap in this particular instance. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that also turns you on, Lenny. Am I far from the truth? Naughty boy. You like it, don't you? You like misleading her. You like tricking her.
your dumbass girlfriend.
You love your dumbass girlfriend.
You love
She's
your
never heard of
girlfriend.
Back to the fucking Future. What is she, like 16?
He's from Indiana, so we don't know.
Shouts out to Gary, Indiana, the worst part of the country, and it's not close and no one talks about it.
And also shout out to Gary, Indiana, who is a very good short story writer.
And shout out to the Indiana Pacers. You tried and you failed.
Big shouts out to the Indiana Pacers. I was rooting for you, and you blew my parlay. So actually taking my shouts back to the Pacers.
Yeah.
Lenny, one more thing on this. If your girlfriend somehow finds out that you've been lying to her about Back to the Future being a show or a movie, I suggest that you tell her this was a limited release on HBO Max and was pulled from the
Ooh.
website. You found it on a torrent. This is a extended cut by the director that was re-released in 2010. Your ass is saved.
I mean, this is basically the opposite of what some people did with Breaking Bad, where they cut it up into a movie.
Who does that? Like they made Breaking Bad into a movie. Like I know they made an
Yeah.
actual movie later on called El Camino, but
Yeah. They basically cut up like seasons like 1 through 4 into just a fucking movie that was like an hour and like 50 minutes long.
People do that with JRPGs as well.
Yeah, they just cut out a
JRPGs,
lot
you
of
can just-
filler.
You
yeah,
can
I
just
mean, I
skip
guess
the
there's
gameplay.
Breaking Bad is a one show where I feel like they don't really have filler, so it's insane to me to think that you would cut it up into a movie. But
Yeah.
that's besides the point, and that's not answering Lenny's question. I don't think Lenny did anything wrong. As you know, as Harper has said, I think it's pretty manly. It's
Fuck off.
Very masculine
like
to lie.
I
yes.
do know people. I have friends in my life who they say things like, I don't watch movies, I don't care for movies, but then they'll watch every episode of Pretty Little Liars and then all the spin-offs, including the one season shows,
Or they'll
the
fucking
prequels.
rewatch The Office.
They'll
over and
rewatch
over
The
again.
Office. They'll watch every episode of One Piece twice.
Insane behavior.
Which is insane.
red
I'm
flag.
like, you can just watch a movie. Like movies are so low commitment, but I think that the issue is that by admitting that you only watch these like bingeable shows, that you're admitting that you actually don't watch these shows. You just like noise in the background because you're
while
really
you stare at your phone.
because you're
yeah.
really scared of being alone or confronting the ability that you are alone in the universe, and that you like the idea of like hearing other people's voices but not having to actually interact with them and not actually having to engage, whether it's engaging with the art of a film or engaging with the work that is television. I know that's pretty deep, and maybe I'm cutting into the soul of your girlfriend, Lenny, but that's my opinion. All right, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So like, yeah. And also Back to the Future is great. The first two movies are good. The third one is a drag. It's kind of works. I mean, it's Western. You're like, oh, shoot 'em up, boom, boom, boom. But
I mean, it does kind of work as sort of like in a series sort of idea, just
Yeah.
because.
yeah,
like,
I guess you could just say
up.
it's like, like, because there are now a lot of shows that are like 6 episodes long. And so you can
Mhm.
just be like, oh yeah, it's British style, like British style
cut it up
TV.
into like 30-minute chunks, and you got season 1 for movie 1. Cut it up into oh well, this season only had like 4 episodes, and then just I don't know. I just kind of think it's. If your girlfriend ever did find out, I think she might honestly think it's like sweet you put in that much fucking effort. Like, did you like create a whole like opening credits and opening like number for Back to the Future? Like, did you edit in one
what
that you found?
Are absolutely doing, and I can tell, is you've taken the ending credits from the first movie for season 1
Yeah.
and the second movie for season 2, put The Power of Love as the opening song, and you've probably found a fan edit online as the opener, and maybe you're even talented enough to put the opening credits over that intro.
Yeah, and I do one of those things where it's like a character, the credits and the character come on the screen at the same time. It's like Doc Brown played by.
Don't take, babe. Don't need no credit card to ride this train.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that classic scene where it's like, you got to hear this sound, doctor.
Honestly, I'm surprised that like syndicated, like streaming services aren't already doing this.
Well, I think it's because of legal rights. So that filmmakers are like,
well, if they have the rights to him anyway. I mean,
Netflix isn't doing this more. It is a little surprising, but I don't know. Maybe they respect the sanctimony of movies.
They tried to make a change to that Roman Polanski movie. What was it? And he got really pissed off. It might have been did Polanski do Chinatown?
Maybe I haven't thought about.
I think Polanski. I don't think he did Chinatown. I think that was.
It was Roman Polanski.
Oh, he did do Chinatown.
But they're editing Chinatown to.
Yeah, they changed it. No, but they basically made the movie brighter. And I remember this specifically because people were like reading the article headline that was like, director of Chinatown furious at this change. And then people were just like, yeah, what was the director's name?
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah. You want to get into this? You know, he might be upset that they made Chinatown brighter, but we're upset that he fucks kids.
Yeah, maybe he could come to California and contest the change himself in person.
You got to go to you have to return to California so you can confront Ted Sarandos in person. That's the only way that the change happens.
The only way this gets resolved.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You have to work this out on an episode of Apple TV's The Studio with Seth Rogen.
I thought we were just going to arrest him, not torture him.
Yeah. No, we go into it's going to full rehearsal style where they have to rehearse. Roman Polanski has to rehearse talking to the studio execs. He's working, changing.
Yeah, he's got to work with, he's got to work with Nathan Fielder and with.
He's going to work with Nathan Fielder. They're going to create an exact replica of a airport in Southern California. They're going to do something, and then at the end, the twist: Roman Polanski is going to have been in America the whole time, and police are waiting outside for it.
Exactly. That's fair. I mean, they do this with certain movies, like going kind of off the Polanski thing. Like, I think the Quentin Tarantino's been trying to do this with Netflix, where he puts like extended like cuts that are like mini series of his movies, like Inglourious Bastards, The Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But
this is like the 3-hour cut of Hateful Eight, and it's like a 4-episode miniseries.
The only movie that I can think of recently where I was like, this probably should have been a miniseries was the Martin Scorsese, like The Irishman, where I was just
absolutely this should not have been.
I saw it in theaters. I went to like the one specialty theater in my city.
Did your bladder pop?
It almost did, but like I didn't drink any water. I couldn't because the movie's so fucking long and there was no intermission.
Harper would die in that movie drinking the amount of water that he's drinking right now.
I saw The Brutalist and it has an intermission, and I was like, you know what? This is nice and refreshing.
Bring intermissions back, please, dear God. And also make them long enough that we can actually get something at the line of the concession stand. Please.
I don't think I can watch a full-length movie anymore. Like I tried to sit down and watch a couple recently, and I get up.
You got to go to the theaters. Like there's a difference.
I might hate that way more, to be honest.
I like it because it like forces you to disconnect. Like you have to put your phone away. You have to you paid money. You drove there. Like it's a whole.
You did a whole
ritual.
Thing,
it's like an event. So you got to put yourself there. But yeah, the only thing that sucked was when I did see The Brutalist. I guess when I was there. During the intermission, we were like, go out to like get some snacks and stuff, but they had closed the concession stand. And then everyone at the screening was like, hey, what the fuck? And then the manager was like, oh, we're sorry. Like, these teens should have not done that. And then they tried opening it, but then like the timing was off.
It was too late.
It was too late. It was brutal. But I will say, he did say, if I'm not mistaken, did Lenny say that like TV shows like 12 Monkeys? What I think the next challenge is she watched the TV show 12 Monkeys. Now make her watch the movie, but cut the movie into another.
Cut up the weird ass Terry Gilliam movie that is more touch angles than any movie I've ever seen in my life, and put that shit into a miniseries format for her to watch.
Subject her to a single episode of the fan edit for Babylon 5, which is like 3 episodes pasted together that is movie length, and see if she can sit through it without squirming.
Exactly.
Also,
what I want to see is
her phone in the pool. Just do
what I think would be fun is to start doing like mashups of different movies, like like especially Terry and Gilliam. It's like you do 12 Monkeys in Brazil, right? Like get
right next to each other.
Yeah, do
context.
Do Sin City and like Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. Like put those
just another black and white movie. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
See what she says. Is it art? Is it terrible? Just do Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
That's all. Not like you don't even do much. Just
just Jupiter Ascending, and then another movie with Channing Tatum.
Yeah, and 21 Jump Street.
But whatever you do, Lenny, whatever you do, don't tell her the truth, you fucking pussy. Then you'd be some kind of gay.
You'd be going on a gaycation.
You'd be going on gaycation.
Lenny, if you wanted to go on a gaycation, if this doesn't sound extremely weird and like okay for you, if you like explain to your girlfriend that you're going to go on a gaycation while she's at home watching your fan cuts of Back to the Future, I want you getting your opinion. I want to get your opinion on this, and then also get your girlfriend's opinion on this.
Do you bottom? If you bottom, hit me up at buckpanic on twitter.com.
Do you have to go to like a travel advisor for the gaycation?
Yeah.
Do you just
where do you get the poster? Did you print the poster from like a thing you saw on Instagram?
It's from a Facebook group. I'm willing to bet it's from Instagram or Facebook.
But I like the idea that he went like as Harper, you steal water from work. He's stealing printer copies because he's got to print out all these posters for his
printing out a physical copy of the poster and not just showing her something on the phone is what kind of makes me believe that they are well north of 40, not in their 40s, like 49.
Yeah, 50. They're touching 50.
Yeah, I think so too. She wouldn't disclose age, but I think teenage kids, 40s. I'm going here on the north side of 45.
So 46, 47. Fair bet.
I'm going to Google, are gaycations for straight men a real thing?
What the no, they're not a real thing. You fucking
that's why I'm
homo.
Googling ChatGPT. No. Wait, there's another fucking Reddit comment from 6 years ago where it's just like my 23F. Yeah, it's real. It's real.
In the episode.